Good morning to you, Aaron. It is a special day. It is Eclipse Day all around America, including here in Jackson at the Museum of Natural Science. And here to talk more about it, Andrea Falsetto of the museum. And Andrea, a very special day that we have. Talk about the event you guys have going on today.
We have a great solar watch party going on from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. A lot of activities for families, a great time for adults to come over their lunch break and get to watch the eclipse, grab some lunch on site with Hog Heaven or Bumpers, and tons of viewing stations set up. We're going to have pinhole viewers with tarps made out of spotting scopes, binoculars, and also giving out about 500 glasses. We will also reserve some for sharing stations, so if you do come and don't get a pair of glasses for yourself, there will be an opportunity to use those glasses and share it so that everyone gets to see the eclipse today.
So talk a little bit about what folks are going to see today. What makes this event so special?
This is the first eclipse in over 100 years that is visible across America. And so today they can come and visit it here. It'll be about 83% totality in Jackson.
And the time for the peak, 1:26?
1:26 p.m. is when the moon is going to be covering the sun.
All right, well, thank you so much for your time, Andrea. You can come out and watch it at the Museum of Natural Science here. 1:26, once again, is the peak time. Live in Jackson, Earl Arms, 16 WAPT News.
All right, thanks, Earl. Now, some schools are also hosting special eclipse events. Bailey APAC Middle School in Jackson is hosting an eclipse extravaganza from 10 a.m. to 2:30. There will be special activities, guest speakers, and learning stations for the kids. St. Andrew's Episcopal School in Ridgeland is also learning about the eclipse today. All school activities will stop so students can learn about and view the eclipse. They're also inviting parents to attend their Lunch and Learn event. That's at 12:30. The Natchez Adams School District canceled classes today. The district said it wanted to avoid putting students and parents at risk. Students will make up the day at a half day in October and another half day in December. Now, experts say today's celestial event will be the most watched in history. ABC's Marcy Gonzalez is in the path of totality, one of the areas where the total eclipse will appear this afternoon.
Oh, hey, look at that.
The wait is finally over for the Great American Eclipse.
This is a life-changing experience.
From Oregon,
this was going to be one of the prime locations,
to South Carolina.
I'm going to put a pitch for Charleston because we're the last place. We're also the best place to watch it.
All eyes protected by those essential eclipse glasses turning upward today for this long-anticipated celestial show.
Not until August 21st, 2017, will another eclipse be visible from North America. That's 38 years from now.
Well, the last total solar eclipse here in the mainland U.S. was in 1979.
Absolutely amazing.
There it is.
It's been nearly 100 years since a total eclipse crossed from coast to coast.
Once in a lifetime event here, you know.
People from every state and around the world celebrating, camping out, crowding small towns, and causing major traffic jams. All to be in the path of totality, where the moon's 70-mile-wide shadow will cross parts of 14 states, turning day instantly into night for just a few unforgettable moments.
When we're a little bit older, we're going to be able to tell our kids.
And people are still talking about that 1979 eclipse when not far from here, clouds blocked the whole view for a lot of people. So far this morning, it is a bit cloudy, but the forecast is looking pretty good here for the last chance to see a total eclipse anywhere in the U.S. until 2024. Marcy Gonzalez, ABC News, Lincoln City, Oregon.
Okay, I was around in 1979 for this last eclipse. A lot of people were not, so they're anxious to see the one today, and I want to see the one today too. So, will we be able to weather-wise?
I think so. I think, we'll have around 40% sky coverage, so we'll have to maybe battle some clouds. Hopefully, they won't be right on top of the sun when the eclipse is happening. But here's the forecast. As we head through about the 11 a.m. hour towards noon, you'll begin to see the partial eclipse. Now, remember, we've been telling people do not look directly at the sun. Have the glasses, have some type of eye protection, and only those listed, the solar glasses, the pinhole projector, things like that. Sunglasses will not work in this case. Now, as we head towards around 1:26, 1:30, that's when we'll have maximum coverage. 78 to 88% of the sun will be covered here in central Mississippi. And then as we head towards 2, 3 o'clock, that's when the moon will begin to pull away from the sun and the eclipse will end. So that's going to be the how it's going to look here across our area. There's the path of totality forecast, 92 degrees, a chance of sun and clouds.
All right, thanks, Adam. Now, MDOT is warning drivers to be careful during the eclipse. They're urging people not to pull off on the shoulders or ramps of highways. They also advise people to exit off the highway to a safe location if they want to stop and look. MDOT's also urging people not to take pictures while you're driving, and please turn on your headlights when it gets dark during the eclipse. Well, many businesses are offering specials in honor of the eclipse. Krispy Kreme will eclipse their original glazed donuts by offering an eclipse-type chocolate glaze instead of the clear glaze. There's a location on County Line Road if you want some of that. And Denny's customers can enjoy $4 all-you-can-eat moon cakes. The chain calls them a take on their classic pancakes. And there's a Denny's on Highway 80 in Pearl. And Shoney's is offering customers a free Eclipse survival kit. You're looking live at the location in Clinton on Spring Ridge Road. That guy right there, he is waiting on his survival kit. He is going to get a pair of Eclipse viewing glasses and a chocolate moon pie with the purchase of any entree, sandwich, or buffet. Again, this is the only Shoney's in our area, and you can see them right there behind the counter, moon pies. I haven't had a moon pie in 10,000 years. And since I'm trying to lose weight, I guess I won't eat one today, too. But y'all eat one for me. Please eat one for me, because they look really, really good. Please eat one. Adam, you can stand to eat 2-3 moon pies. You can also watch our special eclipse coverage at noon right here on 16 WAPT. You can also follow Chief Meteorologist David Hartman on Facebook. He is live in Nashville. We'll be streaming live for the event coverage. And ahead, the latest on the search for 10 missing sailors after a Navy vessel crash off the coast of Singapore. Right now, it is 6:40, everyone, and you're watching 16 WAPT. And breaking this morning, a search and rescue is underway for 10 missing sailors after a ship collided with an oil tanker off the coast of Singapore. ABC's Arlette Sains has the latest.
Most important thing is to focus on the search and rescue effort.
The search and rescue operation is underway for 10 U.S. sailors missing after the USS John S. McCain collided with an oil tanker off the coast of Singapore. The Navy says the collision between the McCain and Alnic MC occurred as the guided missile destroyer was heading towards Singapore for a routine port visit. After the collision, a gaping hole seen in the McCain's left rear side. 5 sailors sustained injuries. 4 of those injured were medically evacuated via helicopter to a Singapore hospital for non-life-threatening injuries. This is the second Navy destroyer to collide with a merchant vessel in the Pacific in 2 months.
It's hard to understand how we can have another collision between 2 very sophisticated Navy ships in this part of the world.
Back in June, 7 sailors lost their lives when the USS Fitzgerald collided with a much larger cargo ship off the coast of Japan. Last week, the Navy relieved the Fitzgerald's commanding officer and 2 others for the mistakes leading to that deadly crash.
We now have 2 U.S. Navy ships, very sophisticated, capable Navy ships that are no longer in service in an area in a time when the North Korean threat is at its highest.
Back at the White House last night, President Trump was asked about the McCain's collision. The president also shared his concerns in a tweet. Thoughts and prayers are with our U.S. Navy sailors aboard the USS John S. McCain.
Senator John McCain, whose father and grandfather are the namesakes of that ship, is also weighing in on Twitter. He tweeted he and his wife are keeping America's sailors aboard the USS John S. McCain in our prayers. The U.S. and Singapore are working together in that search and rescue effort.
Good morning, welcome back. The time now is 6:46, and we're taking a live look at our South Jackson Skycam. There's the sun right there. 1:30 this afternoon, around 80% of the sun will be covered up by the moon as it moves between the Earth and the sun. Yes, going to be hopefully a good viewing weather for that. We will have some clouds around, so hopefully they won't be blocking the sun during that time. 76 right now. Humidity is up at 97%. Temperatures right now in the middle 70s. We're going up into the middle 90s for today. Real field numbers will be near 105, 106. Looking clear across.